Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to Power Apps Code App series. This is part 8 of the series where we are going to connect with Copilot Studio. In all our previous videos, we have seen from creating a simple Hello World application, understanding the structure of what Power Apps Code App project looks like, and then connecting to different data sources like SharePoint lists, Dataverse, performing CRUD operations on dataset. And in the last video, we have also seen how we can basically use Office 365 user connector to retrieve Outlook, emails, and calendar events. Now, Microsoft has just added this capability on how we can connect Power Apps Code Apps to Copilot Studio so that we can create a Power Apps Code Apps based solution which is kind of AI enabled, right? So consider that you have your Copilot Studio agents which you have created which we wanted to use it somehow in our Power Apps Code Apps. So this is where we would be able to kind of send prompts to Copilot Studio agent from Power Apps. We can retrieve the responses sent by the agent, and then we can basically kind of enable the conversational AI inside our business application. In this video, I will show you how we can connect to Copilot Studio, how to configure the connection, and how to send and receive messages from Copilot Studio agent. So let's get started. So here also what we will do is we will start with the basic setup code as Power Apps. So I will not go through how to build it from the scratch, but just to summarize, like what we are going to do is we are going to create a white based project which is a React application. Then we will make sure that we have authenticated to Power Apps environment. We have selected a particular environment, and then we have initialized the app with a pacode so that the Power configuration file gets created, and then we will install the Power Apps npm library. We will update the provider. We'll create a Power Provider TSX file so that we can load the SDK properly before executing any of the Power Apps related code. And then we will update the main.txt file and make sure that we are calling the power provider component before we execute any code, and then updating the JSON file and with.config file to make sure that the local debug information get executed successfully. I will not go into detail as I said, because if you want to do this, you can follow the first video in this whole series where I have explained in detail each one of these steps. And what we will do is, once this is been set up, and from there we are going to basically now connect to the code apps Copilot Studio agent. Now if you see in the official documentation, this is recently added on how you can connect your code apps to Microsoft Copilot Studio agents. It has a step to be followed. I had seen there is some discrepancy in the code which is being created on, or the sample code which has been added here, but I had fixed that to make sure that it works properly. We will discuss that when I'm going to show you the code. But this is the official documentation from the Microsoft, which basically tells you how you can connect your Copilot Studio agent. Now, as we are talking about Copilot Studio based agent, what I have did is I created a sample HR policy agent, which we will use it to connect from the code apps, and I have added couple of knowledge source SharePoint documents, information security and data protection, so that the agent can respond based on the user's query. And then I have published this agent. Now from this agent, one information which we would need is the agent name. To get the agent name, you can go to channels once it is published, click on web apps. This is where you will find the connection URL. Copy this URL, paste it anywhere, and you can find the agent name from the URL, which is this. So anything between bots and the conversation is your agent name. This we are going to refer it into our code, so just make sure that this is handy with you. Now, so we have our agent ready, we have our agent name ready. Now as any other connections like SharePoint list, which we use it in the code apps, the Copilot Studio also works similar way. So what you need is, in the targeted environment in which you have your agent and where you are going to connect your code apps, you need to make sure that you have a Copilot Studio connection created by default, because we are going to use the connection ID from there. Now to create an Copilot Studio connection, what you can do is you can add Copilot Studio connection here. So this is like typically any other connection which is there. This Copilot Studio connections will allow us to use different connectors which are available within Power Platform ecosystem. So once you have created this, what you can do is you can click on the connection being created, and from the URL, this is your name of the connection and this is the connection ID. Okay, this we are going to use to add the data source. So this is also something which you have to keep it handy. Now let us go to our Visual Studio Code. Provided that you have followed all the prerequisite steps, which is basically to initialize the React based application to with a Power Apps Code Apps application, what you can do is you can add the data source. Now adding the data source means you have to use the same pack CLI, which is pack code add data source -a, which is basically the name of the connection, which is shared underscore Microsoft Copilot Studio, which would be common for all of us, and then the connection ID. So this is the connection ID which I was talking about, which we have to kind of copy it from here. This is a different connection which is there, which I have added. But if you see here, this ID basically kind of matches with the ID through which we have run the command. So once you will run this command, what this is going to do is this is going to basically generate model and the service file within the code base, which will give us all the methods or actions available which we can use in our code, right? So in here, if you see within the Copilot Studio, it has created few methods which we can utilize to make connection to our Copilot Studio agent and then be able to do it. In our today's demo, and just to focus, what we are going to do is we are going to use execute Copilot async version 2 method, which we will be calling, and we will be passing the required parameters to basically send the user query to the Copilot Studio agent and then receive the response and display it in a simple form. So we'll use very simple user interface. We'll keep very simple. We will have an input box and we have a button. Then we have a pre-block where we are going to display the response from the message. So the input box is where the user is going to put the queries which we are going to send the agent, and the button click would be taking care of the message being sent to the user. So if you go inside send message, this is where we are actually calling the Copilot async method. First thing is we will import the service class, and then we are going to basically make an API call to execute Copilot async version 2. The first parameter is the agent name, which we have copied previously, and then the actual user message and the notification URL, and again we are going to pass the agent name. I'm not sure whether this agent name would be required or not, but this is as per the documentation. Now once you will receive the response, what we need to do is we need to basically parse the response in the particular format which we are getting. So what we will do is we are going to get a data object, and within data object we are going to have multiple response objects. So reading the 0th index of the response message, and then what we are doing is we are just setting the state to basically put the value of the response into agent response, and this is what getting displayed in our user interface. We are also doing some basic error handling, that if we did not get the response, it is going to just display some error message in the user interface, so user would know that there is some error and the API call was not being made successful. So yes, this is how the API call is being made. Now let us just quickly test it. So what I will do is I will do an npm run day, which is going to run my project locally. So sorry, I am in a different folder, so I'll go to the folder first. Then I'm going to do npm run day. So you can see this has run successfully, and I'll copy this and I will go to my environment and then just paste the URL. So page has loaded, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some query. Can you let me know policy related to password. Let's see what the agent response. So it is sending the request and then it has responded back. So if you see here, it says all employees are included to follow below security policies, and it has also given you the reference citation of the agent. So this is typically how any Copilot Studio or any agent basically respond. It responds based on the summary text which is being returned, and then also it gives you from where that information it has gathered as part of the citation. So this is how you can kind of use or pass your prompts to your Copilot Studio agent from the Copilot Studio to enable your business application as an AI enabled application or in the flow of the workflow. So this is very important because nowadays every application which we are building kind of needs some AI enabled functionality to it as part of the automation. Now think of it that your Copilot Studio agent is basically an agent which does something based on a particular prompt or in response where you wanted to trigger some automation, get some information, display some data, bump the agent into your UI. Then this is how you would be able to connect your Copilot Studio agent as an API and get the response out of it. So this would be more like an OpenAI or any Azure OpenAI or any AI model to which you are making and request and getting the response back. But because this is an agent, Copilot Studio based agent, it means that the responses would be grounded to the knowledge source or the tools which you have added, or the Copilot Studio agent which you have created, and get the response accordingly rather than using the open source, the open knowledge which is available on the internet. Final thing before we close up, one thing which I told you initially was that the documentation which says the response which we are getting is not in the exact format which we are getting. So I had to tweak the code little bit so that to make sure that the responses which we are getting and the requests which we are getting a little bit different. So while you are trying on your own, I would suggest that once the API request is been made, you can kind of find the response which we are getting from the network tab, and then accordingly you can pass the response and then use it in your scenario. So that's it for today's video, and thank you for watching. If you wanted to see similar kind of more videos, feel free to comment, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'm going to create similar kind of videos around Microsoft 365 tech stack, Power Apps, Power Platform, Code Apps, SharePoint, etc. Thank you for watching. See you soon.